We are live. And one time I heard this saying. It said, when it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. I don't remember any of the other words to that song. And that's how we're going to open this week's episode. And I hear myself now, which is, I don't want to do that. What is happening right now?
I know. I hear you too. Hi. Hi, everybody.
Hold on. I'm trying to fix this. Of course.
Do you have the window open somewhere?
Why would we have, not have any tech issues after I started the episode with the Real American theme song? Um, Here we are, the Island of Relevancy. Welcome in. I am your host T. We got my way better looking co-host Frank in the building,
What's
and we're
up?
going to talk about some wrestling.
Yeah.
Friday night there was SmackDown. I was completely disgusted with what what I heard was going down on SmackDown, so I skipped it.
Do you wanna get that out of the way
Hold
first?
on. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
This is
You can't
wild.
see me?
Hold on. It's
Real
me. It's definitely me.
last real champion here.
There we go. Now I can hear you.
There you go. Do you want to get that out of the way, or do you want to just kind of like?
You know what? So a legend passed away last week. Hulk Hogan was to wrestling, especially for people my age, he was an icon. He was a legend. He's the reason why a lot of people love wrestling. Terry Bollea was a real, he was a human being.
Yeah, he was.
He was a terrible human being.
He was.
And so I had a real good friend of mine. His wife just passed away 2 days ago. Young, not even 40 years old, right? And it put a lot of things in perspective for me because I just imagined myself or him hearing somebody say something ill about her. Now she was a great human being. She was one of the best of us. She lost her battle with cancer. They have two beautiful kids. And I thought about that because I posted a few disparaging things. And there are a lot of people who posted a lot of disparaging things about one Terry Bollea, Hulk Hogan. There are a lot of people who took a lot of flack, a lot of black wrestlers took a lot of flack for saying flattering things about him, which I completely disagree with. And that's kind of where my whole diatribe is going. It's just grieve how you grieve. Let people, I mean, he was a horrible human being, especially, being a African American man, a
Mhm.
black man. Listening to some of the things he said was abhorrent, right? It was just disgusting, right? And he's the person that people looked up to. People labeled him a patriot. He's we lost the true patriot. The weaponization of the word patriot is disgusting to me, especially having served my country for a very long time. And I don't even consider myself to be a patriot, even though I've done some very patriotic things in service of this country. Um, and he hasn't, right? He entertained people. Don't get me wrong, but he was a despicable human being, and it's unfortunate to his family that he's gone. But once again, people can feel how they feel. People have that right, whether you attack them or not. I think that's irrelevant. Like Chelsea Green disabled her whole social media
Yeah.
because people were attacking her. Um, and I just think that's wrong, right? I'm never gonna say you're right, I'm right, whoever's right. Like I just feel how I feel, and you could either take it or leave it. That's pretty much my 2 cents on the passing of Hulk Hogan.
I made a post on my Facebook, and I feel the same way you feel as a man that's a little bit older than you. Saturday mornings watching wrestling, the red and the yellow. It was what got me into wrestling. It's why I started watching wrestling, and I love wrestling for that man that was on the TV when I was a kid. And then when I got into my later, a little bit later in life, that man again reinvigorated wrestling in a way that hadn't been done before, and brought so many more eyes to wrestling with the NWO. And that's where I draw my line. And I made a post remembering the guy that I liked as a child, remembering the character that I liked as a child. Okay, and I'm pretty sure I said that. And then I had one person comment on the page and went through this whole thing, and posted this big long thing about all the bad stuff that Terry did. And I said, look, I'm not looking at that at this right here moment. This moment right here, this post for right now is to remember the character that I loved as a child. The stuff that the person did that wasn't the character is damn near unforgivable and awful. And some people can't separate one from the other, and that's fine. You're allowed to do that. I was able for that moment to separate the two. I'm past it now. I'm over it. I don't have to go back, and I don't have to keep making, I thought about wearing a Hulkamania shirt. There's no point. There's no reason to, and it's the big elephant in the room. And yeah, it sucks what happened to Chelsea Green with the social media stuff. And it's a shame that people can't just take what you want to think and just leave you alone for it. Like, I'm not punching down on someone. Like, you have different views. Well, not different, but because the way you view Terry is the same way I view Terry, but I'm not going to punch down on you for it. There's no reason to. And that's one of the biggest problems we have as a society is we can't just, granted, there are certain things that everybody should hate, but
CM Punk, but go ahead.
Okay. But like, I get it. And I'm not gonna like, I'm not a religious person, but I don't like look down on someone that's very religious. Like, that's you. Be you and good. There are parts that we're going to talk about wrestling tonight. We're going to have a good time talking about it, even though Brian James doesn't know what the hell he's doing. That's okay. We'll figure it out, Brian. We'll get there.
Well, if there's one thing the WWE is going to do is they're going to give Hulk Hogan his 10 bells, because on every show they've given him his 10 bells.
There were some people that did not look too pleased to be out there. Okay. There were some people that did not look too pleased to be out there. Bo Dallas stayed in character. That's cool. But like, you could tell by some of the faces of some of the people that they just, didn't want to be there.
You know what I found interesting? You look at SmackDown, SmackDown, the roster was out there. I looked at a picture, and there might have been 2 or 3 African Americans in that crowd.
You know who wasn't there on Raw? They made a point of people on the internet made a point. New Day wasn't there.
Of course not.
Come out, and they had said in the past that's nice. He said he's sorry, not forgiven. And you know what?
Correct.
Good for them. They brought his son there. His son was on Raw, but now there were two reports. One that his daughter didn't want anything to do with him, and she's added a will, and she wants nothing to do with him. And then when people were like, again, punching down on her for not being there on Raw, she replied back and said, I was never invited. WWE didn't reach out to me and invite me. Okay. But that's my 2 cents.
But I did notice on NXT, I didn't watch NXT, but
I didn't either. They did it there too?
They did it there on NXT too, but I feel purposefully, the entire front row was nothing but Trick Williams, Lash Legend,
Gotcha.
Jada Parker. Like, they made it a point to, now none of them look happy.
I'm sure.
I'm sure. And once again, I don't know these people, so I don't know. Like, there are a lot of, especially in the wrestling space. Like, you can't be a wrestler and not at some point in your life have revered Hulk Hogan.
Sure.
Like, so I won't look down. Like, Trick Williams came out there with the red and yellow, and that's you, right? Yeah. Once again, live your life. Acknowledge who you acknowledge. Always acknowledge our tribal chief, but acknowledge who you acknowledge, respect who you respect. Um, and you know what? I think that's a great way to put a pin in the life and times of one Mr. Terry Bollea, because I don't want to be like the WWE and keep just bringing it up.
No, there's no reason to anymore. We said what we
Exactly.
both said what we wanted to say, and now we get to talk about some jelly.
Man, you know what? Once again, I skipped SmackDown, but I
Okay,
caught a few highlights,
let me
and there weren't that many of them.
no, let me tell you this. There's some highlights from SmackDown. Jelly Roll kicking off the show was good. Jelly Roll singing Randy Orton to the ring was sensational. I will say that.
Wow.
He started Randy Orton's song and the crowd picked up and then the music hit and Randy came down. That was different and neat.
Nice.
That was different and neat. I saw a little clip today of an interview that Stephanie did with Jelly Roll, and Paul Heyman did nothing but sing his praises on his promo work and said he's a natural, he's super gifted talking wise, and gave him a couple of little pointers on. Jelly Roll was like, I want you to be honest with me. Tell me how I did. Did I mess up? Did I not? And he showed him where he should have paused not to run over his own applause. And but Paul Heyman said, as far as the promo work goes, he's a natural conversationalist. I don't have a problem with his promos.
For sure. No, I don't have a problem with anything he's done so far. I think, like, of course, initially you hear Jelly Rolls getting in the ring and you just scoff at it because of the debacle that we had with one Mr. Travis Scott. But
Ugh.
we forget, that's really the outlier. Like, Travis Scott is the outlier. Every other superstar I'll give Lawrence Taylor a pass, right? Like,
Okay.
Lawrence Taylor's Lawrence Taylor. But at the same time, I mean, every other superstar, every other celebrity who's came in there, really, they put in the work, they put in the effort, and they did a great damn job,
Yep.
right?
Uh-huh.
Like, like I said, Travis Scott really is the outlier, which is sad, but it's true.
It is. It is, because there's a lot of hype around him. I mean, they were putting him in the video game and they pulled that. I'm interested to see. T's deciding he's not watching the WWE Unreal documentary. I've watched 4 episodes so far, and I appreciate the stuff that I'm seeing from them. I had no idea that was Abyss that works back there in gorilla position. I appreciate the concern you see for the wrestlers in the back. That's something that, while we know it happens, you don't realize how quick and how fast they're on the headset asking the refs and the people around the ring, is this one okay? Is this one okay? Especially during the Cody Kevin Owens match. And they were constant checking on them. And I think that part of it's cool. I like watching how the wrestlers interact with each other when they're not on screen, even the ones that are supposed to hate each other, and how they're just all friendly. While it does ruin it a little bit, I do appreciate seeing that, because it's just cool. And that's all I gotta say about. I personally am loving this documentary. I am up to the Rock's episode right now. So
How many episodes is it?
5 episodes, 5 or 6.
Okay.
And I'm up to the episode that The Rock apparently was heavily involved in editing to make sure he looks good, because that's what Dwayne does. Dwayne makes sure Dwayne looks good.
Hey, if one thing people have learned how to do in the 21st century is protect their brand.
That's fine.
Like
Just
that.
stay away from my wrestling brain. Stay away, Dwayne. You did enough.
All true. All true.
So that was an opening segment. Alexa Bliss and Roxanne Perez had a match that was pretty good. Perez won. Some chicanery, some messing. Yeah. I do love the Alexa and Charlotte tandem. I hope they win at SummerSlam. I don't know if they're going to pull the trigger. But I hope they win, because Charlotte looks like she's having a blast, and it's good to see, especially after watching the episode about her knee injury, on the WWE Unreal on top of the stuff that we've seen in the interviews with her recently.
Yeah. No, I'm happy that she just looks better,
Yep, she does.
right? And I don't mean that from like a aesthetic standpoint. Like she just looks healthier. Like she just looks like she's in a better place, and that's good. And I don't know if that's all just Alexa's doing, because Alexa does bring energy
I
to.
think that's part of it.
Yeah, I definitely do, because they're really good. Like it's noted that they've been friends for a
Yeah.
long time. So
I
just
think the
being with your
crowd
friend on
helping.
the road, yeah,
I
that
think the
definitely
crowd
helps.
cheering her is also helping a lot. Um,
That too, but like she has to get over that, because she's not like, once her and Alexa ends, she's gonna go back to being
yeah.
Charlotte.
There was another match that made no sense at the end of it. Jade and Chelsea had a match that ended in the obvious, Jade won. The Secret Herbers came in and beat her up. And then Tiffany Stratton came out to make the save, which makes 0.000 sense. And hey, Matt, what's up? Thanks for popping in. It really just made no sense for Tiffany to make the save against the woman she's fighting at SummerSlam for the belt. Like, I don't get that decision.
So old school, like two baby faces fighting each other. Typically, that would happen to make sure that that person is fresh for their
Yeah.
match. But Tiffany, like, we shouldn't be treating her. I don't think the WWE should be treating her as a typical or stereotypical babyface, because she's not, right? Like that's not even her character. Like she hasn't really changed her character that much at all, actually. Like other than fighting bad people. Like she's the same person. She fights the bad people. She's really struggling to get those chairs, other than I think like her athletic ability and her look just is carrying her a lot further than her mic skills can.
She's been champion for 200 days, a little over 200 days now. I didn't realize it was that long.
Man, it doesn't feel like it was that
No,
long. Hmm.
no.
I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but
It I mean,
it's a thing.
it's
Right?
a thing.
Yeah.
Cody came out, did some talking. It was Cody promo, Cody carrying the promo because that's what Cody does. Jacob and the Miz had a fight, and then their people had some interference, and Jimmy made the save, and it was, it is what it is. One thing Cody did say that was kind of interesting about Hogan, he just said that his legacy was complicated, which is just a weird way to word that, but he ain't wrong.
Yeah.
Then you had the Wyatts versus Andrade and Rey Fenix. Andrade and Rey Fenix won by DQ because Nikki Cross got involved. There was a match.
Yeah. I feel bad for Nikki Cross, because I think in the whole Wyatt thing, right, she's just kind of there, right? She doesn't do much. She jumps on the occasional female who's outside the ring, and that's really it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess getting paid to do that,
Yeah.
shouldn't feel too bad.
But that was the main event, and then it ended with everybody coming out to fight. Everybody came out. All the tag teams came out yelling and fighting, and Montez Ford did his over the corner flip in the air, and like everybody got some spots in. And then Nick Aldis came out yelling and hollering and told them they were all going to go one-on-one with the Undertaker. But he
As they
announced
should.
he announced the big TLC match for SummerSlam, which I think is great. I think all of these teams together are so talented, but it's a 6-team TLC, which is insane.
That match might steal SummerSlam.
It might.
Or it could be a train wreck, right? I don't think it'll be a train wreck, because the teams are too talented, right? Every team in this thing is talented, to include the Wyatts, right? Talented tag teams. Everybody understands their role, which is we give Brian James a lot of crap, but I mean, this tag team division is the hottest it's ever been, right? They've managed to make every single team kind of part of the storyline, which is almost impossible. It's almost like a slap in the face to people saying tag team wrestling is dead. It's clearly not. If you
No.
give it a little bit of time, like if you give people time to shine, you get uh, Los Garza being the AAA tag team champions. You get uh, Ray Phoenix and Andrade getting a ton of TV time, getting out there and getting to show the world what they have. And then you got the Street Profits, Motor City Machine Guns, all these just amazing tag teams. I'm getting to do it on SummerSlam. I mean, this is the first time the Street Profits has been on a pay-per-view in like 3 or 4 years or something
And
like
they
that, which is
deserve it.
insane.
Yeah, they totally, totally deserve it.
For sure.
And that was SmackDown. It was shortened to the point. 2-hour show's good. It felt lighter on wrestling than it did on like backstage stuff, which, okay. No John Cena.
No, I just saw that they announced a Japan tour. Like they're going to be in Japan in October, and I wonder John Cena's not on any of that
No.
promotion. I wonder when
I don't
we're
know.
going to see John Cena.
I don't know what they're going to do with that. I don't like John Cena coming out of SummerSlam. You only got 4 months left to John Cena. We'll talk about that match in a minute.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll talk about that match in a minute because then we went right to Raw, and I missed the first couple minutes of Raw because the Geek Spot ran late.
It did, and luckily for you, you only missed the 10 bell salute. And Matt, to your point, as far as Angel Garza being a huge star, you know what? I thought the same thing. I didn't think he'd be a huge star, but I thought he'd be a bigger star than because when he first came out, they presented him well. He was getting a lot of TV time. He had the little thing where he would take off the pants and it'd be the little trunks underneath it. That was his gimmick. Like, and he just didn't pan out. It's really weird. Well, some superstars get over instantly, and then some just don't. Like it just
It's
don't
weird.
work.
It's weird how that works out, right? You think this one's going to be everything, and they come up like Carmelo Hayes, like so far, and that's not because Carmelo Hayes is bad. It's because they haven't given him anything to sink into.
Correct. I thought the same thing about Humberto when he first came out, and then I remember seeing Dominic Mysterio, and I said he looks just like Humberto. He's never gonna get over. He's never gonna get over. He would come out there with Ray, and I was like, this guy, he's gonna like. I feel bad for him because he's gonna flounder.
Yep.
And I'm so glad that I was wrong because he has proven himself to be a mega star.
He is the greatest intercontinental champion of the second greatest intercontinental champion of all time. I can't
His
take
dad is probably.
No, I can't put him over Macho.
Oh man, you put Macho over Perfect? I put Mr. Perfect. Like honestly, Mr. Perfect. When I think of the Intercontinental Championship, I think of Mr. Perfect. I
did love Mr. Perfect, but Macho was my boy.
For sure. You can't go wrong with either one of those picks. But over the weekend, before Raw came out, they were in Mexico City.
Yeah.
And Dom came out and attacked. I don't even know who he attacked. I think he attacked Dragon Lee. It was like, I think. And he was in the mask. And boy, oh boy, the crowd, when he took that mask off, that crowd went insane. Like El Grande Americano, he was there as well in Mexico City. And he was getting booed out of the building until he started speaking Spanish. And he sang a song in Spanish and everybody sang along. And he left there and they were, just the applause was
it
insane.
Was it straight Spanish or did it have like a little bit of an accent to the Spanish?
No, why would it have an accent?
Well, because sometimes,
American accent?
No, it's
Gulf of America?
like it sounded a little what's the country? Maybe almost German, like a little German, like
Eastern European?
Yeah, like a little like Eastern European kind of hitch in his twang, so to speak.
I don't understand what you're getting at because he's from the Gulf of America. Okay.
Yeah,
we agree to disagree. I think his Spanish was spot on. His Spanish was spot on. And he had the crowd. He really did have the crowd eating out of his hand, and it was a joy to watch. And stuff like that, I really love to see. Right, you see people out there having fun. The crowd's interacting. Everybody's having a great time, and people
That's
aren't,
cool.
getting all bent out of shape about El Grande Americana because I love the character and whoever he is, thank you.
Yes.
Whoever.
Thank you. Even though that there's some stupid rumors going around that some interview and like, Chad Gable came out as yeah, that's just stop.
I think Chad Gable was out in the hot sun a little too long,
That's what I'm
and
saying.
he might have been playing WrestleMania on WWE 2K and got his match that way. He's like, "Oh, I'll get my single match against the Undertaker
He'll
at
get there.
WrestleMania."
He'll get there on his own. Chad's got moxie.
He does.
Not
He does.
Moxley.
He does.
Moxie.
He does.
Yeah.
But Monday Night Raw kicks off with one of the weirdest segments ever. Like I want to say, because Jay comes out, he's about to do the where he's about to go again, and then Paul Heyman comes out and interrupts him and gives his worst promo he's ever given in his life.
I so I didn't love his promo. I understood what he was trying to do. I think he just for the first time in a long or forever, Paul Heyman didn't get to his point. Paul Heyman took the scenic route to get to his point. Paul Heyman went around what did my dad used to say? You go around your elbow to get to your ass. That's what my dad used to say. You would go around your elbow to get to your ass. It takes you so long to get somewhere sometimes. Meanwhile, my dad was the guy that took all the long shortcuts. Oh, I'm gonna avoid this one. My really fast. My at the time, my first son, his mother, she was pregnant in the back seat of his Ford Escort because that's what he had. And my dad, rather than just drive down the boulevard and make a right to where the hospital was, my dad decided he was going to take every back road known to man because that was how he got places, and it was faster to take the back roads. Now, I live in Philadelphia, so the back roads are just a bunch of side streets, so it's not like I'm in the country. But still, my dad went around his elbow to get to his ass. That's how Paul Heyman went in his promo. He just took too long to get to his points.
Yes, it was very long-winded, and after a while, it was like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
Like you said, it made sense. It did make sense, but it just went long. Like it just like it was just too much. And then Jay needs to go back to promo class. Like the whole I don't do cardio and I can't speak after my entrance. You got to change that up, buddy.
So I appreciate Jay's passion, right? And I know that's where he was all fired up, but yeah, he just felt like he just didn't have the cardio to make with it. Maybe because he takes so long to get to the ring when people are in trouble and he's got to run up. Cause I watched back WrestleMania 40, the main event. And I was bored. I'm sorry. I had a couple minutes of downtime at work and I was watching wrestling stuff. And when he comes out to help Cody, he stops at the top of the ramp and he does that thing where he has his hands behind his back and he kind of leans forward. Yes. Cody's getting his ass beat. And like, I guess Penta saw that and was like, oh, I don't have to rush to the ring. I could mosey to the ring. But yeah, Jay was a little too intense.
So I understand what you're saying, Matt. Bring back the Usos. But should we? Like,
no.
I don't think the tag team division is strong enough for them to make it better. Like, other than them and the New Day, right? If they came back to have like a big, huge feud with the New Day, I could see that. But everybody else,
we are getting a draft soon. But I think Jimmy needs to find his footing because Jimmy without Jay is shallow. Jimmy without Roman is shallow. Jimmy without Jacob is shallow. And it sucks because I like Jimmy.
Yeah.
Even with his checkerboard costume, I like Jimmy.
He has more personality than Jay. I just saw an interview with those two, and they're hilarious together. Now, don't get me wrong; those two are entertaining in their own way. But man, it just you're right. He's shallow without all of those other people. I
Yes,
think if you give him an opportunity and stop just like having him just shadow people and just be his own person and get out of the checkerboard jersey, like
gotta get rid of
that
it.
has to go.
Has
It just does. He looks goofy. No, please, no more.
No, I
I
think he
hope
said
that
he
that
has
part.
more. Like he said he has
Uh,
more.
I
Yeah,
mean, I hope that phase of his life is over, man. Because
hope so
like
too.
I, at one point, because the world knows that I have a disdain for Jeff Hardy for the million chances that he's been given, and if Jeff Hardy's been given a million chances, then Jimmy Uso's been given probably about 999.99 chances as well. And boy, no more. Like it it's cool to just turn your life around because he doesn't need any more DUIs. You got Naomi. You better keep her. Cause boy, you get another one and you go away. Your boy might you know. I'll proceed with caution, all right. I'm just saying.
Mhm,
I'm just saying, Jimmy. So keep your nose clean, Jimmy.
mhm.
Keep your nose clean.
Um, then we go to a match. I did not watch this match.
Is
Not
this a
because
tag match?
this was the 6-person inner I almost said I almost said interracial inter, intergender tag match.
It was interracial
It
too.
wasn't racial, but not that kind of a tag match. I didn't watch it all. I didn't watch it.
I did. It was a good match. It was an entertaining match. The Kabuki Warriors are a great tag team.
Mhm.
Roxanne and Raquel are a great tag team. They've become a great tag team.
Yep.
They look like once again the aesthetics of it all. They look really good together. You got Hugh, Big Mommy Cool, and you got Little Roxy. Like they just look cool. The entrance is cool with Dom in the mid. Like I love their whole look. And then the Kabuki Warrior, Asuka, man, bless her heart. I want to say she's like my age, which is insane.
Um,
And
yeah,
she can
she's older.
move. She's older. She's in her mid 40s. Like, and she can move with the best of them. She's a
She's
great
43.
wrestler.
She's
Okay.
43. But
Okay.
still,
Still. 43. I had a hard time getting out of bed at 43. And she's great. Yes, the AJ and Carrie spot where Carrie ran against the ropes. AJ, she jumped into AJ's arms, a la Dirty Dancing, and he just sprung her over the ropes, and she landed on Raquel and Roxanne. That was a great spot.
I
Um,
I did finally. Matt had asked me like 3 or 4 times if I had seen that yet, and I was literally just watching it again now because when he flipped her up, she did a split in the air over his
yes,
head. That was just a ridiculous spot.
it was. And AJ beat the living crap out of Dom as he should have. Great heel work by Dom. He like
God,
just seeing how he's come, how far he's come in such a short period of time. He's only been wrestling maybe 3-4 years.
but he's been in the
But
business all his life.
wait, that is true. That helps, but at the same time, it doesn't
Oh,
always
sure.
help. Everybody who grew up around a business doesn't become, the greatest intercontinental champion of all time or the second, whatever, top three.
Top 3.
Um, but it was a really fun match. I will say that was a really fun match. You had 6 really good wrestlers in the ring, and a story was being told, and they told a fun story. A lot of shenanigans, but I mean that's to be expected.
Yeah. No, it was it. I skipped out on a couple of these matches. I don't know why, because I didn't watch the next match either.
Which one was the next match?
Next match is Sheamus versus Grayson Waller.
Oh, that match was terrible. Like
Okay.
Grayson Waller, it wasn't a terrible match. I take that back. Grayson Waller has the appeal of a piece of plywood. Like
Yeah.
it, he just unfortunately with the injury to Austin Theory, we never got a chance to see that breakup that they've been teasing for over a year. And Grayson Waller's now with the New Day. He picks a fight with Sheamus,
Yeah.
and
That's weird.
it just Sheamus, is a great wrestler, right? If you have a bad match with Sheamus, it's your fault. It's never Sheamus's fault,
No,
right? Like Sheamus don't put on too many bad matches. And this wasn't a bad match, but it never once again it just never hit that third gear. And Grayson Waller just has nothing right now. He needs to develop a character. He needs to develop himself into his own self again. And I don't know how he's going to do that with the New Day. I don't think he's going
I
to
don't
do that
know
with
how
the
that's
New
going
Day.
to work either.
Yeah, it's really weird pairing.
It is. I did not watch I did watch the Lyra Becky confrontation, and I think I turned it off at that point.
As you should have.
It was look. She was on a trajectory on the microphone, and she just took 8 steps back in them big ass dumb shoes she had on.
The
I'm
Becky
sorry.
Stompers? Is that what you call them?
Just, oh my God. It's just the whole promo stunk. It really did. It
did.
stunk. And that's all I got to say about it. It stunk.
What we don't need, what we never need again is smiley, happy Lyra. That doesn't work. We need, like when she was angry, when her, Becky, and Bailey were in the ring and she was giving passionate promos, that worked for her. But you come in the ring and you try to be funny. That was not funny. It fell flat. It just came across as lame, and it just didn't work. And of course, they're gonna have a great match on Sunday or Saturday, whichever day they're going on.
Sure.
They're gonna have a great match.
Wrestling wise, they're going to be great. But she just needs to stop talking.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she won't.
No, I mean she has to, because they're trying to sell her. Now, what I will say is I don't know if me growing as a fan of hers have made her more attractive to me, but she has been looking better every time she comes down to the ring.
Yeah.
Like that's about it.
Yeah.
And that's just me being a dumb man.
Yeah.
You know. just being a man.
Then we had a video package of your favorite interviewer, Jackie Redmond, talking to Sami Zayn.
Okay, before you go on, she was wearing blue, and her eyes are so blue.
Her eyes are gorgeously blue.
I had to stop typing in the chat because I was going to type something crazy in the chat. I was like, let me just stop. I'm being a creep right now. But she was wearing blue. Like she had this, I mean, just pristine blue top on. And her eyes, I was just like, man, thanks. Thank you. Thank you, whoever created Jackie Redmond. She's incredibly gorgeous.
The interview was short because Karrion Kross and Scarlett came in. It was okay. It was okay. This Carrie needs the win. Carrie needs the win. Needs it.
For sure.
There's no two ways about it. If he doesn't win, he's not re-signing in August, and they're just going to kind of do away with him at this point, I think, because he needs the win. Okay, it was an okay segment. I don't hate these pre-tape interview segments. They're okay. They're good.
No,
it did what it needed to do. And then we get to a big ass tag match, right? Then we get all 8 women in the ring.
I don't know what we're doing with Chelsea Green. Like,
I don't know either.
I'm a little confused. I love seeing her. Now, you if you've listened to this live stream, if you've listened to the podcast, whatever, and you've heard me speak about Chelsea Green, you know, the world knows I love Chelsea Green. She is one of my favorite women wrestlers. But right now, they just kind of, I mean, she's a serviceable hand. That's how they're treating her. All right, let's put her on any show. She's gonna go out there, she's gonna perform, she's gonna get the crowd invested, and then she's gonna lose, right? And she said this in the interview. I don't care if or I think she might have said it on Unreal. I saw a snippet of something she said about, I don't care if you throw a pie in my face
Yeah.
or something. Like, as long as
Yeah.
I get out there, I'm getting paid to go out there and do this, right?
She's
So
got the greatest attitude in the world. She said, I will not say no to anything except
except if
they
I
want,
asked her a question. But go ahead.
well, they wanted her when she won the US belt, they wanted her to win the belt with the leg drop. And
Oh, wow.
she said, no, I've never done that. They wanted her to come off the second rope with a leg drop. And she went, no. She's like, I never did that. And then she was talking like they had intercuts of an interview with her where she's like, sometimes, even though I will say yes to everything, sometimes you have to stand up for yourself. And
Why
she
did
said,
they
why would
wanna
I want to take the biggest moment of my career and win it with somebody else's move and not my finishing move? She said, your finishing move is personal. It's part of you, which made it a lot of sense.
Was it supposed to be like a rough ride off the
No, it
second
was
rope?
supposed to be a straight up leg drop.
Like a Bobby Eaton leg drop? Like
Nope.
a
Like a Hulk Hogan leg drop off the second
off
rope.
the second
Basically.
rope?
Off the second. Yeah. I was trying to not name drop. But
Okay. No, I get it. That
she
just
won the
doesn't make
belt
any
with her
sense.
unprettier, which is great.
Yeah.
This was a fun match. I did watch this one.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you get Chelsea Green and Naomi in the same space. And then you get Rhea
Oh,
Ripley, Io Sky, Stephanie Vaquer. Who was the fourth
Nikki
person?
Bella.
Nikki Bella. Say what y'all want about the Bella twins. The narrative back in the day was they couldn't wrestle. They couldn't,
No.
but they learned how to wrestle. Nikki
Yep.
Bella can still go. She looks good in the ring. She doesn't look like she's taken the last however many years off. She looks really good in the ring, which is impressive.
Her sister said in an interview that she thinks the reason why she hasn't been asked back is because her husband's in AEW, which makes sense.
It does, and it doesn't at the same time.
So
I don't know if they could
good,
afford both of them.
it was a nice, fun match. They all got their spots. Stephanie got her spot, and Corey Graves had the best line and said, "Okay, Cole, we're married men. Let's just remember that.
Let's just let it happen."
And all Cole says is, "Oh, but I couldn't do Booker T justice," and they let it happen. Not like the other color commentator that's like licking an ice cream cone while they're doing it and going, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." Like, all right, Wade, relax, buddy. Maybe they do things different over there in England, but relax, pal.
You and Wade are gonna have y'all one-on-one match eventually.
That's all right. I'm a slap him in his chest like Gunther.
Speaking of Gunther, I think that's a great segue for what happens next. Because didn't he have a talk with Phil?
He did. Well, first we had the World Tag Team Championship match, the LWO versus the Judgment Day.
Did we have that match?
It happened.
It
happened.
Oh, the match happened? Okay.
Apparently the crowd was chanting, "This is awesome" from it. Like,
Did
it
they?
was
I
a
didn't watch
really
that.
good match.
I didn't watch that match.
It was an actual really good match. However, later in the match, El Grande Americano, the tall version, and I have to say the tall version, showed up. And then from the other side of the ring, El Grande Americano, the short version, with a jacket showed up.
Wait a second.
We had two El Grande Americanos show up in one match. One in the full outfit, all baby oiled up, cut like a rock, and then one that was shorter with a jacket on, but the mask.
It's like Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger and twins. Is that we had a twin situation?
Yeah, like one that's about the size of Pete Dunne. Just saying, just throwing that out there.
Oh wow,
okay,
that's oddly specific.
It is oddly specific, but
that he's the size of Pete Dunne. Twin magic. That's a good one.
That's funny. I think the funniest part of the El Grande thing is the fact that Michael Cole just sounds so over it.
Yes.
He just doesn't care and wants to be done with it. Like, he's just over the whole thing. And the disgust and the disinterest in his voice is so apparent. And it's hilarious. It's possible that down the line, we get El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano.
That is insane to think
It was
that we live
crazy. I didn't know there
in
were
parallel universes all at the same time. Like this is
look,
like, wow.
look, James Gunn said that there's about a 100 DC universes. How many universes are there where there's El Grande Americanos? Could be so many.
You are right. You got, man, you got it.
And then yes, then we did get to the talk down, the Gunther and CM Punk talk down.
I didn't watch this. I was taking care of some stuff with my kids.
Gunther saying that he left the voice of the voiceless speechless was great. But
he did.
But let me tell you what. I know you are not a fan of CM Punk, the wrestler, but CM Punk, the orator, like that word, the man on the microphone is second to none. And he went down this promo where he said that, I don't do drugs, I don't drink, but I understand addiction, and I'm addicted to winning this belt. I need to win this belt. And I appreciated his promo.
You know what? I did watch this promo because he came out there and said something about the Detroit Red Wings winning another Stanley Cup. Bro, stop pandering to the crowd. Enough. You CM Punk fans, because he did come out there and he just started saying things like, because he said something about drugs and he's like, I don't do drugs.
I thought this was
or something about drinking or something. He said, I don't drink, but I don't do drugs.
I thought this was A+. And when Gunther said he was tired and he didn't want to hear it no more, he put his hand over Gunther's mic and he went on. And I appreciated Punk in that moment. I'm not the biggest Punk fan, but I don't dislike Punk like some people do.
I respect him on the mic. You don't have to pander to the crowd. Like, I don't like when.
Oh, of course you do. That's all. That's why we like Bryce Harper here in Philadelphia. Pandering to the crowd is the best.
No, you don't. He doesn't have to. Him of all people should be the last person to come out there and say Detroit Red Wings do anything. He's a Blackhawks fan. He's like a huge Blackhawks fan.
Oh,
like,
I know.
That's what turned me off to the whole promo.
Okay.
When you come out there and say Detroit, I was like, dude.
That would be like me coming out and giving props to the Mets.
Yes, or giving props to the Cowboys. That's like you coming out there and saying, the Cowboys can win another.
Why do you think I said the Mets? Stop it.
Yeah.
That doesn't even enter into the realm of possibility. But yes, you're right. That's the same parallel because Red Wings, Blackhawks, Cowboys, Eagles, that's the same, like.
Yes. That you lose me when you do that. Like, I understand I'm not the world's biggest hockey fan, but I do understand hockey. Like, I understand the difference between, it's like saying, the Devils or something and you're a Rangers fan. Like, you don't do that. Like, I wouldn't do that.
Then we did get to the main event. And damn.
We did.
Damn. Jey Uso versus Big Bronson Reed, who I expect to take the pin at SummerSlam, right? I don't know now.
I don't think so.
I don't know now. Because while they had a great match, there was no finish.
No, because that guy.
That crazy guy who says he is now the big dog.
Yes, he's doubling down on that too.
Oh boy, is he. Came down, run down, speared Jay, disqualification, bring him back into the mat, bring him back into the ring, beat him up. Here comes my tribal chief. Okay, we're going to end the show with my tribal chief and Jey Uso standing tall because that's how we do things in the WWE, right? That's how we do things.
So you want to talk, you mentioned earlier about Jay taking his time to get to the ring. Roman let like 15 bars of his song play before he just shows up.
There's a There is a large difference between Jey Uso and Roman Reigns.
You might be right.
Roman Reigns took his sweet ass time walking to that ring.
He did.
He didn't run to the ring. He stopped. He posed. He looked around. He soaked in the cheers.
Oh, man.
He didn't pander.
No.
But he sure as hell took his damn time.
He took it. He took so much because his music was playing like for at least a minute. And I'm
I
like,
could have flipped over to the Phillies game, watched an inning and a half, and came back and still seen Roman walk into the ring. Okay?
oh,
But
man,
it's my
that was
tribal
funny.
chief, and I'm
Yeah.
okay with it.
Yeah, of course. He made it to the ring. That's all that matters.
And
You know, when he first came down there, of course they do the thing. They both start beating him up. And I was like, this is lame. I wasn't happy. I was like, they just came in there and beat them up, and that was just it. I was like, that can't be the way they end Raw. And they got out the ring, and I was like, what are they about to do? Oh, they're gonna run around the ring and double spear them. And then business picked up, as they say. Like Braun and Bronson almost killed him.
he did. And Bron took a page out of the OTC's book, claiming that this is my ring. That's my camera guy. This is my crowd. This is my WWE. I own this. I run this show.
I respect
That
it.
segment leads me to believe that the Seth Rollins injury is legit and real, because
Oh, yeah.
Triple H isn't going to fast track Braun versus Seth to go like that.
No.
Triple H likes his long-term storytelling. With Seth out, letting him do this now just plants the seeds to build that up down the road. Beautiful.
They said something earlier because they had a little backstage segment in where Bronson was getting ready for his match. And Paul said, well, we got a new leader. And then Braun shows up on the side and he starts talking. He starts giving him, I got a plan. I've never heard Braun ever say he had a plan before.
No.
He's never had a plan before, but now he does.
So we get the babyface standing tall, which is the way the show's supposed to end, until it doesn't end there. The heels make a dramatic comeback. Like you said, beat them both down, spear through the barricade on both of Roman and Jey, and then Bronson Reed committed an atrocity almost as bad, if not worse, than what John Cena did last week, the week before on SmackDown. Or not John Cena, Cody Rhodes, I'm sorry. Cody Rhodes falsified a document and signed John Cena's name to it. And Bronson Reed said, hold my beer. I am taking the tribal chief's sneakers. What is he doing? I said.
So, but on Busted Open, Bully Ray says, Bully Ray, I had a lot of respect for you until you said you don't know what somebody getting their shoes taken mean. Getting your shoes taken, growing up in New York City, man, like getting your shoes taken is the ultimate form of one, disrespect. Like people only will take the shoes of somebody who they consider to be weak, who they consider to be a bitch. And it's like, if somebody asks you what size you wear and you answer them, you probably about to get flipped on your neck and they're about to take your shoes. So it's just, that was just something I grew up with because I've actually seen a lot of people getting their shoes taken.
Now, it didn't happen to me growing up, but I understood the significance of it. Like that wasn't just a man taking another man's shoes. That was a man disrespecting a man in the most grievous way possible that you can disrespect someone.
Yes.
And God, man, I hope he comes to SummerSlam with the sneakers around his neck.
Yes.
You have to bring the sneakers to SummerSlam.
Yes.
You have to. Or, you know what, Paul? Leave the Money in the Bank briefcase back, carry the sneakers to the ring.
That was a chef's kiss. That I did not know that they would ever go there. But when they
No.
did, it was like that's something I never knew I needed to see
Yep.
until I saw it
Yep.
because it was genius. That put Bronson Reed over. Like Bronson Reed became a made man on Monday night because of this. That is a great idea. I
100%.
love that. I love
I'm
him coming down with the sneakers around his neck.
I'm gonna be floating in a swimming pool watching SummerSlam at Matt's house.
That is for sure a Debo move. That is my bike. That's my
100%.
bike punk. Complete Debo move. And Bronson just I'm a Bronson Reed fan. I've always been a Bronson Reed fan, even when he was
I
in
am
New
now.
Japan. Like he's a damn good wrestler. And I love the fact that they're letting him get a chance to shine.
Hell
Even though
yeah.
it's alongside Braun. I mean, but like it's still a good rub. Like nobody's
Sure it
losing
is.
in all of this, right? Getting a
No,
chance
I'm
to go to SummerSlam and fight Jay and Roman
I'm
in a
really
tag
curious
match.
how this is gonna play out.
And that's a great segue
It is.
to going into this weekend, man. We got SummerSlam. We got a full card now. We know every match that's going on. The question is who are gonna win these matches? This is a very intriguing SummerSlam because
Well, it's the
there's a lot of
first two
toss-ups there.
it's the first two-night SummerSlam.
Yes, lots at stake here.
And so the card that I have starts with the biggest match. Does yours go a different way?
Yeah, mine starts with Punk and Gunther too.
No, mine starts with the other bigger match. The
The
match
tag
that
match?
shouldn't even be legal to take place.
That's night two though.
Mine isn't if yours is broken down by nights, go with yours.
Okay, so yeah, mine has night one. We
Okay.
got Punk and Gunther. I know that's not going to open the card. Actually, no, I heard somewhere that Jay and
Yeah.
Roman were going to main event.
Well, so it's either going to be Jay and Roman main event in night one or Jay and Roman opening night one because night two is 100% Cody Cena.
Oh, for sure. So either way, it's either Gunther and Punk closing night one or opening night one. I don't see any other match.
I can't tell you who I think is going to win. I honestly think they could put the belt on Punk.
Oh, for sure. Like that's not the worst idea in the world, but at the same time, I don't want him to beat Gunther. I think too highly of Gunther, man.
He's got to win the belt at some point. He's got to win one more at least. I don't know if you want to do it at the expense of Gunther. Like you had just had Gunther lose to Jay. Do you have Gunther now lose on a big show like this? Or do you maybe let Gunther hold it down to Survivor Series and let Gunther lose it there and maybe a rematch with Punk or something?
So the question is, does Punk really want to be a world heavyweight champion or not? Right? Does he want that or does he want to be the undisputed universal? Like does it
or do you hold off on Punk winning that belt until Seth is uninjured for Punk to win it just to lose it right to Seth? Because I believe that was probably the plan for SummerSlam was Punk to win, Seth come cash in.
Yeah, I could definitely see that because Seth Punk, I feel like is going to be forever. Like it's going to be a few. They're going to induct Seth into the Hall of Fame. Punk's going to come out and cut a promo on him, and
it should be
put him to sleep. I don't know who's going to win this match either, but I mean, me being me, I always bet against Punk, so I'm gonna go Gunther in this one.
I'm gonna go Punk. I'll go against you on this one because I know how much you love Punk.
I love Phil. He's one of my favorite people. Next match I have on the card is Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. I am so not looking forward to this match.
No.
Like,
I don't think Jade wins.
I don't think so either. I think Tiffany wins. It's going to be a clunky match too. They had a match on SmackDown, was about 3 weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, and in between the 15 pay-per-views they've had in the last 3 months, they had a match and it was awful. Like they had zero chemistry. Unless they work on their chemistry and can put on a good match, this is probably my least anticipated match of the weekend. And I do think Tiffany Stratton wins because now we don't have the looming cash in anymore, right? The thought was Jade was going to win, then Naomi's going to cash in on her. Now Naomi's already a champion, so putting the title on Jade, I hate seeing I don't see an upside to that
Yeah.
unless unless we're working towards Bianca Jade,
Well,
right?
Bianca's yeah. Well, I think that's the end result. I think
Mm,
that Bianca's fingers are still screwed up.
yeah.
She can't
So
bend them, so she's not able to partake in anything. Yeah, I think that's the longer term plan is to turn probably Jade.
yeah, she works better as a heel. Like
Yeah.
Bianca is
Okay, so
Bianca is
I
the
think
female John Cena.
I
Like
think
that.
Tiffany keeps this.
Yeah, for sure. Then I have Randy Orton Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre, who may or may not be there. I don't know if you've seen the videos.
I saw the videos. It might end up being the Miz stepping in.
Oh wow, I didn't see that.
Yep.
Eh, I mean, I'm not terribly mad at that, but at the
Either
same
way,
time,
either way, there's no way you're bringing Jelly Roll to SummerSlam to lose.
no way. I
So
mean,
that's an easy pick.
it would put so much heat on Logan Paul, but they're not gonna. Yeah, they're not gonna embarrass Jelly Roll.
No,
Jelly Roll's gonna choke slam the living daylights out of Logan Paul. That choke
I just
slam on
hope
the Tonight Show was
I
great.
hope he lands it right. That's all.
For sure, for sure. What other? So yeah, of course, Randy Orton Jelly Roll wins this match. We got the women's tag team, the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, the Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, which could be the match of the week that
It
night.
could, it could be, and my heart goes to Charlotte Alexa. I don't know if they're going to take the belts off of the Judgment Day yet. I mean, do we even know how close Liv is to coming back yet? Because that is going to be a hell of a story when Liv comes back, and she's definitely going to come back as a face.
So I know that Brian James, he's listening, he's watching. Um, my idea is we do put the titles on Alexa and Charlotte, give them a nice little run till maybe Survivor Series. Liv gets a lot closer. Roxanne and Raquel win those titles back. We get our Alexa Charlotte feud going into uh, after Survivor Series, going into the Royal Rumble. We get a nice blow off match at the Royal Rumble between Charlotte and Alexa, maybe with a title involved. Who knows? All right, the my Fire TV heard me say that name. um, but they win the titles at SummerSlam. You have a nice moment between two superstars who definitely deserve this, who've had a long road. Like both of them have a long road. You know, Alexa coming back from her year off, or more than a year after having her child,
Yep.
and you know Charlotte coming back after that horrendous injury. And Roxanne and Raquel lose nothing from losing the
No,
title. You know, they're not going to lose. Um, I mean, even if they lose clean, like I think Roxanne takes the pin. If anybody takes the pin, the kind of for
uh,
storyline reasons, just
yeah,
kind of her be the weak link. You
yep.
know,
And that all lends credence to when Liv comes back, as Liv's going to be almost as big a baby face as Rhea is when she comes back.
correct. Oh yeah, like
It's just gonna be just monumental.
for
Because
sure.
you got the Dom and Roxanne thing brewing, and it yeah, it's gonna be good time.
It is gonna be must see TV when Liv comes back. We have Sami Zayn and Karrion Cross having another match. Those two have not worked for me.
No,
Um,
it's not, and I think that, like I said earlier in the show, if Karrion doesn't win this match, Sammy can afford to lose.
oh
If
yeah,
Karrion doesn't win this match, that's it for him. It's there's I can't see where they would take him after losing to Sammy.
and not just like the win he got over Sammy a few weeks ago when he hit him with the crowbar or whatever it is. That was not a good win. That wasn't the
No, it
strong win
wasn't.
that they needed.
No, it was good, but it wasn't the win that he needed. No.
So yeah, I do think I think Sammy will lose this one. I think Karrion wins. Probably some interference from Scarlett or something. Some type of shenanigans is going to
That's
cause
fine if
Sammy
he
to
wins
lose
with
it.
shenanigans. He just has
Yeah.
to win.
Yes. But look strong in the win in the win too, though. Like even if it ends in shenanigans, throughout the match, he has to look stronger. He
Yes.
hasn't looked strong in his matches.
No. No.
Then we have the potential main event of Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker.
Roman can take a pin and it not hurt him. I don't think that's going to happen, but Roman's filming another movie. Roman's going to film Street Fighter. Roman's got to go away. So,
man,
you get a J Roman win, and then you get a 7 tsunami beatdown on the tribal chief by Bronson Reed. Roman goes away again.
Or Roman takes a spear and loses to Braun Breaker. He gets pinned by Braun Breaker.
I don't think you go that yet. That's your. I'm saying that's WrestleMania next year.
That's it's a tag match. He's not beating him in a singles match. Like winning it.
Who took the pin in the tag match at WrestleMania 40 night 1?
Roman.
Okay.
No, was it Roman?
No. It was Cody.
It was Cody. Yeah.
But still, Roman's big enough that he could take a pin. Yes.
For sure.
But you want to have, okay, if Roman's got to take the pin, it's got to be Braun. It can't be Bronson. But then you get Bronson beating him down.
Oh, yeah.
So you have Breaker pinning him, and then you have Reed just tsunami after tsunami.
Because getting a pin on Roman Reigns is a huge, like when Jay pinned Roman in the tag match, with Roman and Solo, Jay gets the pin. That really changed the trajectory of Jey Uso. Like just that pin,
it did.
Being the last man to pin Roman Reigns was a big thing.
Yes, it was. And they
They did. So I don't think Braun and Bronson win only because they look so good on Monday night. We all know how Hunter books things. So I'll go with Roman and Jay to win this match, but I would love to see Braun pin Roman Reigns. I would love to see that for Braun Breaker while Roman goes away and films his movie.
Yep.
Then we go into night 2. Once again, very murky waters. I think the WWE kind of stretched themselves thin over the last few months with all of these PLEs. And now you got a 2-night event with very little build for a lot of these matches.
Yeah.
So I know the top match is not going to be the first match because the top match is Cena and Rhodes. So we got I think the triple threat probably will open up night 2. Well, actually, man, it could be Lyra and Becky too. Both of those matches are going to be hot matches.
You got to give them a prime spot, right?
Yeah. So I'll go with the women's triple threat for the women's world title. Naomi, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley. This match is going to be awesome.
It is.
Like this is going to be a great match.
It's going to be a great match with Naomi keeping the belt.
I think so too. I don't think they take it off her just yet.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a good one. Like I think Io's going to do something to take Rhea out of her game. Naomi's going to capitalize, a la like Becky did with Lyra and Bailey. She just come in and snake her way in and get that pin at the very last minute.
And unfortunately, it's going to be Io that takes the pin.
Unfortunately, yeah. And the good thing is Rhea still hasn't beat Io, and that story is going to be told somewhere where Rhea is might be in Perth, might be at next year's WrestleMania, but Rhea has to, which is crazy to think that she has to overcome probably one of the smallest women's
Right?
stars, Uh, but I love that story though, that you have a wrestler who's just a better wrestler than her. Uh, you know, not necessarily, but at the same time she is because she hasn't beat her yet.
No.
And then we got Becky and Lyra. As long as Lyra don't wear those shoes, she's gonna win this match. Oh man. Oh,
Yeah, I
shit.
think Lyra wins.
Give me one moment. I have to open the door for my
Go ahead.
wife and kids.
Yeah, go ahead. Can you do that electronically? Oh, I thought you could just push a button and do it. Yeah, I think Lyra wins. For everybody that's still watching, which is no one. Thank you, Matt, for leaving. I can't see that. I think Becky did what Becky needed to do for the belt and lifted the belt up. And now Lyra can go on a little run with it. And then Becky can work her way back into the title picture. I'm sure I'll repeat that when T gets back. Rather than just sit here in silence. You know what I'm saying? How's everybody else doing? How y'all doing out there? I'll be floating in the pool.
I heard everything you said, and I agree.
Okay, good.
I completely agree. Lyra's going to get the win here, and she's going to have a nice little run with the title. Give Becky a chance to reunite with Bayley and go after the tag titles. I don't know.
I think Bayley's turning. Something's happening with Bayley.
It is. I hope something good because I love Bayley. I really do. Top five women wrestlers of all time in my eyes. I think she's just been phenomenal, and she does get overlooked a lot. But on Monday, she said it like something has to change. So something's probably going to change. And I just wonder what that is because she's always had good transitions.
She has.
And then we get the United States Championship match. Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa in a cage.
I think Solo wins. Solo keeps the belt.
I think so too.
I think you're going to get a lot of fuckery because it's in the cage, but I think this is when the Tonga guy comes back. The other Tonga.
Man, Tonga. So many shenanigans are going to happen in this.
That's fine. That's fine. But I think Tama Tonga is going to come back. Is it Tama Tonga?
Yeah, it's Tama Tonga. He's the one. He's the one who's not. Yeah. He's not Tala Tonga. He's not the tall Tongan.
He's not tall Tonga.
He's Tama Tonga.
And he's not Bachaloa.
No. He's not. He is not Bachaloa. Then we get and I think Solo win. I think Solo retains too. Solo's so damn entertaining. Like I love Solo. Speaking of entertaining, a match that I really could have cared less about a month or 2 months ago was this AJ and Dom match that was pushed back because of an injury. They've turned me around. AJ is just putting in great work as a janitor and an EMT. And Dom is just doing what Dom does.
I don't think Dom's losing to AJ. Even though AJ needs the belt, I don't think Dom's losing.
They're going to put on a great match. Because I think they work really well together. But Dom definitely wins.
Yeah,
not Dom who's in the chat right now, but Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic Mysterio.
What's going on, Ace? But yeah, I think Dominic Mysterio does get the win here. In a great match, though. I think him and AJ work really well together. And then we get the WWE Tag Team Championship match. It's a 6-pack TLC match.
I have no idea what the hell's going to happen in this match, except there's going to be some really crazy freaking spots.
Do you think Andrade and Rey Fenix win this match?
If they don't win this match, they're getting split up in a draft coming soon. If they win this match, that's a hell of a bold move. I would like to see the Street Profits get it back, but they just kind of fizzled their run. And by they meaning the writers fizzled their run.
Yes.
I don't even know how to call this one. I'm just going to pick that I want Montez. Look, I could see you know what? I want Andre and Ray Phoenix to win. There you go. That's my pick.
Okay, that is a safe pick because I really do think they're going to win this match. Like I think they are. They've.
Oh, shit.
I would love Fraxium to win too. Like this is such a hard match to
Yeah.
call. I would love like any one of these teams could win. But I don't think the Wyatts retain.
No,
Like I'm gonna pick the feel. I'm gonna pick the feel on this one because I don't think the Wyatts are gonna retain.
Is there only one match left on this?
It is.
Okay. I gotta give my pick and I gotta run and answer this phone call from the doctors.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna be a double turn. I originally thought we were gonna get Cody winning in a double turn. I don't think John Cena loses the belt. I think something happens in the match. I don't think it's The Rock, but something's going to happen where maybe Cody disqualifies himself or something happens, but you can't take the belt off of John Cena and then send him overseas for what? Like, you can't send him to Perth. You can't send him. I think John keeps this to at least Survivor Series.
Yeah, because he's not going to Paris.
Yeah.
Without the championship. But I'll let you go. Thank you so much for everybody who came in during that Ace raid.
Yes, please.
We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Thank y'all so much.
Cut it short.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine because the family just brought me McDonald's and I'm about to eat some dinner.
Okay.
But thank y'all so much for joining the Island of Relevancy. We are gonna cut it short. I hope everybody has a great SummerSlam weekend.
Yes, man.
We will catch you guys next time on the Island of Relevancy. Where is my music?
There it is.
Where is it?
Boom.
There.
So close.
I couldn't hear it. Oh man, I screwed all of this up. That's good.